Guys, all the cars that you see in these videos are for sale on my website, www.woodsandbarclay.com. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, welcome back. Today is the official test drive video for the 1979 300 SD. I'll go ahead and stand up here so you guys can see it. Now, it's 33 degrees right now. It's freezing in Georgia. It never gets this cold. So we're going to go in. I'm going to show you the glow plugs are working, and we're going to go ahead and get this fired up. It's been sitting overnight, so it is very cold. And let's go ahead and go for the test drive. And after this, guys, we're going to take it over to Scott to be professionally detailed. But there we go. Yeah, it is cold out here. So let's go and take a look. We got 59,447 miles. On the odometer, trip odometer, it's 473.5 miles. Clock is working. It says, let's see, 10:20 roughly. So keep an eye on that. Now, it's cold, and these glow plugs, when it's cold, they're going to run a little longer. See, there's your glow plugs. Now, we're going to have to wait a good 10 seconds or so on the 79 300 SD until this light goes out. And keep in mind, it is freezing outside, so we'll see how good this thing starts. A little bit slower than the 123s on the glow plug light. You have to just wait a little bit longer. All right, there we go. Look at that. Fires right up. Excellent oil pressure. Full tank of gas. Idle RPM is great. Now in the 1979 model, you have an RPM adjustment, an idle RPM adjustment. Now it doesn't do much, guys, but watch. If you turn it clockwise, it's going to actually lower the RPM. All right, you see how it went down just a hair? Now I'm going to turn it counterclockwise that way. We'll watch it come back up a little bit. You ready? There we go. So it moves at maybe 200 RPM. I like to leave it all the way to the left position so it idles a little higher. Okay, I'm going to let this warm up for a minute because I want to run my heat, and I want it to be warm in here before we do the test drive. Although you do not have to wait. There we go. I just gave it a little gas, so our little accelerator pedal, so the RPMs would come up and cause the alternator to turn the battery light out. Anyway, what I was saying, you don't have to wait for the engine to warm up. In the owner's manual, it says you can drive immediately. You do not have to warm it up. However, I'm going to warm it up so we can turn on our heat. So I'll be back in a second once our engine temperature gets up a little bit. All right, it's been a couple of minutes. Our engine temp, our gauge is starting to register. So let's go ahead and get it out here on the road. It'll warm up real quick and I'll turn the heat on. All right, heat is already coming through here. That's good. We're not even that hot yet on our temp reading, but we've already got good heat. All right, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. By the way, if you look at the clock, see how it's progressed correctly? When I started the video, it was like 15 minutes ago, but I let the car heat up some. All right, so first thing I notice on this car is the grain on the steering wheel. This is a real 59,000 mile car, and on these low mileage cars, the steering wheel is just, you know, they never had time to wear. Scoot the seat up a little bit. There we go. And the grain pattern is still very pronounced. Also, in the 116 chassis, the seats are so much more comfortable than a 123. All right, we're just gonna take it easy down through here. We'll go back to some back roads. I'll test out the suspension. I can already immediately tell this is a very healthy engine. And also, guys, the shifting on a 116 is far superior than the 123. Smoother than the 126 also. I think Mercedes really nailed it with the transmission shifting on the 116. And I think it's because, you know, earlier in the zinc plating video, you guys saw me install the transmission shift rod. It's actually a metal rod that runs from the top of the throttle linkage down to the transmission. Whereas, you know, on the 123 and 126, you have a cable. I think that makes a big difference. Yeah, the 116, the shifting is almost unnoticeable. It's so good. All right, we're coming up on engine temperature here. We're hot enough to do a little acceleration test up this hill. I don't know if you guys can tell. This is a grade that goes uphill here, so I'm going to go ahead and test her out. Let's put our AC on, our heat on low. Oh yeah. We just actually chirped the tires going into second, guys. That's how healthy this engine is. Wow. This might possibly be the healthiest 116 79 300 SD engine I've ever driven. This pulls really well. And of course, Archie, the original owner, you guys met him in the first video. He was very meticulous about his maintenance, and it shows. All right, we're gonna do a little speed through these turns here. I wanna check out the suspension and the body roll. We're coming up, you know, on 45, 50 miles an hour. Very nice, very smooth. Oh yeah. Guys, that's another thing about the 116 chassis. The suspension design is so much better than the 123. They're more stable, they corner more flat. It's just a better car. It's a shame they're so hard to find in good condition. There we go, we're up to engine operating temp. You notice it's in Fahrenheit on the 79 300 SD. And you can see the odometer and the trip odometer are correctly rolling over. RPM works, clock works, everything works on this car. All right, we're gonna get out here to Georgia 400, get it up to highway speed, and test out how she goes on the interstate. I'm going to go ahead and test out our climate control while we're at it. It's getting a little toasty, so I'm going to put it down to like 72. There we go. The blower motor correctly slowed down. Very nice. All right, guys, let me get through this traffic. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, that climate control worked excellent. Traffic today. Let me get through this light here, but we're almost to Georgia 400, the Georgia Autobahn. I'll try to do a 0 to 60 test up here, depending on how traffic is. I'll try it on the on-ramp here. Have any cars behind me, so we might be able to pull this off. All right, ready, guys? Here we go. Perfect shift. This is an awesome engine. Wow. I'll tell you right now, this is the quickest W116 300 SD I've ever driven. I know, I can tell immediately. Keep in mind, I drove one of these cars for like 12 years every single day, and I know exactly what they feel like. This one is extremely healthy. All right, let's go ahead, get over here, and we're gonna test out the cruise control. All right, I'm gonna engage the cruise control. All right, there we go. It dropped a little, but we're holding at about 65. There we go. All right, let me see if the acceleration works. Yep, there we go. We're accelerating, and you can see my foot is not on the pedal. All right, let me go ahead and disengage the cruise control. There we go. It actually, the climate control actually started putting in some cool air. I'm gonna move it up just a little bit. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and get her up to 80. All the gauges reading excellent. Well, there's a car in front of me, but let's get over here into the fast lane. There we go. There she is, guys. Cruising at 80, about 3,500 RPM. Everything is reading perfect. Extremely healthy 617. You can drive like this, and guys, don't be scared of the RPM. See how it's 3,500 RPM? That's how these engines were designed to run. These are not modern cars with overdrive. You can drive this car across the United States at 80 miles an hour with absolutely zero problems. These engines were designed to do that. They're not like modern cars that run at 1,800 RPM. These are classic cars. All right, we're gonna take this exit here, and we're gonna do a brake test. Now this car has all brand new brakes on it, calipers, hoses, rotors, pads, so I'm suspecting it's gonna be outstanding. All right. Well, there's a car behind me. Let me see if I can safely do this. Here we go. I'm gonna get in this lane over here. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, brake. There we go. Outstanding braking. Yeah, we're passing this test drive with flying colors. This is an extremely nice 1979 300 SD. Everything works. The climate control is working perfect with my new servo and climate control amplifier. Engine runs fantastic. Transmission shifts great. The brakes are excellent. All the gauges, everything works. I am officially done with this car. Very, very nice 79 300 SD. Big shout out to Archie, the original owner that I got this car from, who maintained this probably better than any 116 I have ever seen. Fantastic original owner. Anyway, I'm gonna record some more footage getting on to Georgia 400, and we're gonna go back to Scott's shop, and the car will be detailed in the next video. So while we're waiting here, all the gauges have been turning over correctly. RPM is great, clock is great. Idle oil pressure on hot oil is outstanding. Engine temp is perfect. I mean, that's exactly what you want. While we're waiting here, let's go out and test out our original Becker radio.
What the hell is happening? Dreaming.
Nice.
470-741-9999. First person to get it right is going
Works
to
perfect.
The Morning X with Barnes and
All right, I'll go ahead and turn that off, put our antenna back down, and let's get back out here on the Georgia 400. Guys, I also like how the steering feels better on the 116 chassis. It's tighter. It's like it's a little less power steering feel, and it's a little bit tighter feel the whole cars, or the entire 116 is just tighter all around than the 123, way tighter than the 126. It's just a totally different driving experience. I personally think Mercedes nailed it with the 116 chassis. It's the best one they ever did. We just got off the exit. Just wanted to do a little more city driving for you guys. Another thing about classic cars that I want to point out. So if you look over here at my arm, the doors, the way the doors come up and stop right here, the door panels. Now modern cars are like up to here, but on a classic car you can put your hand here and you can rest your elbow on the door panel. And then over here on the armrest, you can rest your elbow on the armrest and you can reach the wheel from both of those positions. And it just makes it comfortable to drive. You can't drive a modern car like that. I guess, you know, due to safety standards and all that nonsense. Man, I love these 116s. They drive amazing. Also, another small thing on the 116. See, I've got the blinker on. You can barely hear it. On the 123 and the 126, you can hear the click, 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 click. On a 116, even the blinkers are quieter. I think it's the wherever they located the blinker relay. It's just quieter. It's just a classier car. Man, this climate control is great. They work way better than the 123 climate controls, as long as you sort them out properly. Anyway, guys, I could ramble all day. I could keep shooting this test drive video for another 20 minutes. This is a fantastic vehicle. I'm headed over to Scott's shop, and he is going to professionally detail the car now. And I'm officially done with this 116. It's a great car. I love it. And the next owner is getting a fantastic car. Hope you enjoyed the test drive video. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.